Imagine a young Warren Buffett, just 11 years old in 1941, stuffing his bike tires with steel pipes to make them go faster. He isn't dreaming of riches or fame just yet, only speed. But already in a dusty Omaha street, the blueprint of a legend is quietly forming. What was it about this curious kid that transformed him into the Oracle of Omaha? Let's unravel the surprising road from homemade bicycle tricks to billions invested in Berkshire Hathaway. Warren Buffett's life is a brilliant example of compounding, not just wealth but wisdom, habits, and relationships. But this snowball didn't roll smoothly. It took grit, early experiments, and a unique mindset to gain momentum. At 13, Warren sold chewing gum, Coca-Cola, and weekly magazines door-to-door in Omaha. He'd ride his bike across neighborhoods, learning sales and human nature firsthand. By 16, he filed his first tax return, claiming a $35 deduction for bicycle upkeep, the beginning of a lifelong fascination with money's rules and how to bend them advantageously. Buffett calls investing a snowball effect. Picture a tiny snowball rolling downhill, getting bigger and faster. Money works the same way. Small investments grow exponentially, reinvesting profits over decades. That relentless momentum is the secret sauce of Buffett's fortune, fueled by patience and curiosity rather than quick wins. Buffett wasn't born a genius. He devoured books by Benjamin Graham and others, soaking up lessons and then throwing himself into real-world investing as a teenager. His biggest breakthroughs came from trial, error, and pivoting. When one approach failed, he didn't panic, he adjusted. This relentless learning curve is how he transformed from an eager student into an investing powerhouse. Buffett's name is synonymous with Berkshire Hathaway, but it began as a struggling textile mill nobody wanted. How did a failing company become the vessel for one of the greatest wealth machines ever created? In the early 1960s, Buffett bought shares in Berkshire Hathaway because the stock was cheap relative to the company's assets. Contrary to flashy tech stocks, Buffett hunted for bargains others overlooked. This old-school value investing was a blueprint built on Benjamin Graham's principles, focusing on intrinsic value, not market hype. But Berkshire's textile business was fading fast. Buffett realized sticking to the original industry was a dead end. It was a crumbling foundation. Like a captain steering a sinking ship, he chose to pivot aggressively, using Berkshire as a holding company to buy promising businesses with strong cash flow, rather than trying to save the mill itself. Buffett transformed Berkshire Hathaway into a diversified conglomerate, insurers like GEICO, candy makers like CS, and even railroads. Each acquisition was a carefully chosen gem, earning steady income that fueled the snowball effect. Today, Berkshire isn't a textile company, it's a fortress built on discipline, patience, and relentless value hunting. Buffett's wealth is legendary, but his story isn't just dollars. It's about values, partnerships, and humility, a complex man behind the homespun image. Understanding this side reveals why he became so trusted and respected. Buffett treats his investors like partners, not customers. He sees their money as entrusted to him, making stewardship a sacred duty. This mindset is rare in business, where profits often overshadow relationships. For Buffett, honesty and long-term trust built a community that fueled Berkshire's success for decades. His letters to shareholders are famous for plain-spoken candor. Buffett doesn't sugarcoat bad news. He explains complex financials clearly and openly, kind of like a good friend sharing brutal truths over beers. This radical honesty builds credibility and shows that transparency is not a weakness but a power move. Later in life, Buffett pledged to give away more than 99% of his fortune, partnering with Bill and Melinda Gates on philanthropic initiatives. He views wealth as a tool to improve lives, not just a trophy. This snowball of impact rolls beyond money, inspiring others to think about legacy and meaning in their own lives. Remember that kid tweaking his bike back in Omaha? That relentless curiosity combined with patience and integrity set Buffett's lifelong journey in motion. His story teaches us that wealth is a snowball, but its power depends on the quality of the snow, the values, learning, and honesty packed inside. Try this. Identify one small habit or value you can compound every day. Start your own snowball rolling. Subscribe for more book summaries like this one.